Well, what we're hearing is militant groups Hamas and Islamic Jihad say they have reached a ceasefire agreement with Israel following the biggest flare-up in Gaza since the 2014 war. The agreement would see Israel halt airstrikes in Gaza and the militants would cease rocket attacks on Israel. Earlier Saturday, Israel had carried out heavy airstrikes across Gaza as Hamas militants fired around 100 rockets into Israel. 2 Palestinian teenagers were killed and 14 more Palestinians wounded. At least 3 Israelis have been reported injured.
It started early morning when we woke up to launching of mortar shells. Since then we have a couple of dozens of mortar shells and Qassam missiles fired at us, which is not something we are used to in the recent times. It's not something that is happening recently.
The Israeli military said it was targeting Hamas sites in Gaza in response to Hamas efforts to breach the border and harass Israeli communities. Israel had warned it was ready to step up the attacks if so needed.
After consultations with the defense minister, the chief of staff and Israel's top defense officials, we decided on powerful action against Hamas terrorism. The Israeli armed forces delivered the most powerful blow against Hamas since the 2014 Gaza war, and we will increase the intensity of our attacks as necessary.
Then came word of this provisional ceasefire involving all of the parties. Hamas said the latest violence came after 2 Palestinians were killed by Israeli forces Friday. Hamas had been leading protests against an Israeli blockade that has caused economic misery within Gaza.